Hello everybody and welcome back to Operation Logistics, where I think we have finally isolated down where our adjacency issues are, and they are right here. So, I think all we need to do is we can try swapping the neighbor index and the current hex position. So we can try having this be I, and then contains current hex dot neighbors j dot transform dot position. I don't see why that would change anything, but I've been wrong before in the past like 10 minutes. So let's give this a go. Maybe this'll work. I don't see why it would, but who knows? Come on. You can do it. There we go. Can skip the tutorial, come on in here. It didn't work. Okay. As expected. In fact, it made it worse, so I'm going to put it back to where it was. So if the neighbor index contains the current hex transform position, come on. Go ahead and clear. There you go. So, if the neighbor is connected to the current hex, or if the neighbor is not connected to the current hex, then we go ahead and add it. Otherwise, we don't. And we do run into the problem then where next hex doesn't necessarily have a possible location. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, which is a problem. So we're going to go ahead and run this, and come on, skip that tutorial. So like, for example, here, it's going to be fine. Perfectly fine. Here, it's going to be fine. A-okay. Here, it's fine. Here, it's actually fine. Here it's also fine. We should have run into... Okay, here's one. Here's one where it's not fine. That's very not fine, in fact. Actually... So, where did it run out of range at, is the question. So like this one, it's fine. This one is not fine. You can see like this one here is out in the middle of nowhere. That shouldn't happen. So some of these are, like most of these are exactly the way they're supposed to work. Oops. Most of these are exactly the way they're supposed to work, like this one. That's perfectly fine. The only time we run into issues with this current code is when we hit one like this, where we get an argument out of range exception. And that is on world hex line 252, which is right here, exactly as expected. So I think right now I'm going to do if possible locations dot count equals 0, debug.log ran out of space. Let's see what's going on here. And then we'll just, oops. Then we'll just break. Okay, so let's see what's going on there. Ran out of space. Let's see what's going on here. And then I'll do a second debug.log, and this is going to be I plus this. And I is the one that, or the hex that it was in when it ran out of space. And actually, we'll just combine these together. So what other info do we need there? I don't know yet. We might add more information, but for right now, we're just going to do that. And then we're going to run this. So as soon as this gets caught up a bit here, we should no longer hit argument out of range exceptions. Now it should just tell us, and then we can go in and see what exactly is going on. Theoretically. Okay, we can skip this tutorial. In we go. No issues there. No issues. No issues. No issues. No issues. One of these has got to have some issues. Here we go. 2. Ran out of space. Huh. I mean, this actually looks right, except that this is facing the wrong direction. Okay. So, it was on position 2 that it ran out of space. So let's find the hex that we're in. Here it is. And this is in 0. So, element 2. It's a brewery. Hang on. Oh, this is in road number 2. I gotcha. And the reason it ran out of space is because of this. Or not the reason it ran out of space. The reason this is disconnected here is because it ran out of space here, I'm willing to bet, and didn't really know where to go. Although road 2 should have been connected here. Okay. Okay. Well, this is definitely progress. So possible locations.count equals 0. We are in I here, but I would like to get current hex. So current hex.gameObject.name. Let's know what hex we're in when we run out of space. That's going to be more important than knowing what road we're on. And let's go ahead and run this. I mean, that was still really close to being bang on. So let's check here. Come on. One of these days. There we go. Okay. Didn't run out of space there. Here we did. We ran out of space in map hex 50. So let's go ahead and check what's going on over here. In position 50. Which I'm guessing is this guy right here. Am I correct? Yes, I am. It is in fact that guy right there that's causing the error. He ran out of space in element 50, road intersection 5-way. So the question then is, why did it not have anywhere to go? Or did it not have anywhere to go? I mean, all of these are connected up, right? So we break out of the while loop here. Right? Is that what we're breaking out of? Yeah, we're not in a for loop. We just break out of the while. So maybe we should just truncate the road if this happens. So if we break here, then we would do what exactly? I mean, we've got this going on, right? So we need to know what our next actual road piece is. Because this clearly connected incorrectly. Although, the weird thing is, it tried to connect up this way. It has the right number of connections, it just angled it wrong. That's the weird thing here. Like, if it had rotated this guy to be right here, negative 30 degrees, that would have been perfect. That was the only thing it needed to do. And that's because the next hex knew that there was an intersection coming in there, but didn't know where it was, I think. So hypothetically, what happens if we just say possible locations.add current hex.neighbors 0? What happens if we make it be really dumb and just force one thing? Just one thing. Like, it can make some really dumb decisions doing that. Don't get me wrong. I just want to know what happens here. Are we still going to run out of space? It should never, ever happen. But we might have some really weird-looking roads. So we'll see. Adjacency failure. Right here. Okay. That seems fine. Seems fine. Oh my. Uh-huh. Okay, it just completely froze, and there is a reason for that. That's because it's never getting to the goal hex. So we're going to need to just close Unity for right now. Which is exciting. But, yeah, I think we might even have to force quit Unity. Let me see here. Open up Task Manager. And OBS isn't recording now. That's good. Let's end Unity Editor here. Okay. Why is OBS not showing me anymore? Is it actually working? I don't think it is. I would need to restart OBS here. Maybe if I change the scene? Hey, there we go. Excellent. Okay, OBS is back. Okay, so I'm relaunching Unity here. There we go. And I'm not going to rerun this because I just wanted to know what exactly happened there, and now we found out. And I do want Unity on this side. There we go. So, the problem is possible locations might not actually get to a location. So if biomehex.onRoad neighbor index is not equal to I, and biomehex.intersections neighbor index is not equal to I. Like that. This is a list of a list. So intersections neighbor index. This would need to be contains I. We want it to not contain I. And then I'm going to comment out this section here. Okay, we are expecting a parenthesis because I put this in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, so if it's just like this, maybe that'll work. We'll find out. Hopefully this will work, because I'm getting tired of working on this particular problem. Oh boy, this has been a big, big project. Okay. Well, that worked. Adjacency failures. Oh my. A number of adjacency failures. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Good to know. So, I mean, this is entirely unnecessary here, then. If we're not already connected, we add it here. The neighbor index is not already connected to us, but we add them at the same time, so it would be the same thing if we were connected to them. So the problem is we currently run out of possible locations, and that's not a problem we ran into before. Is otherwise working, though. I'm just going to go with no possible locations to proceed with road. And then I'm just going to, at that point, return. I want it to do nothing else. I want it to set up no buildings. I want it to do nothing. Because I want to know what exactly is happening here. We should have no more adjacency failures like this. We're honing in on this problem. We're getting very, very close. So no issues there. No issues there. No issues there. Here's one. No possible locations to proceed with road. Doesn't look like it needs a possible location to proceed with the road. Okay, so here's the question. Why is it already connected here? So, it's already connected there in some way, because this. So, biomehex.connectedRoadPieces neighborindex.contains. So, what if So our current hex should already know about it. It can't step towards it because it's already connected to the one it wants to step towards. But why, though? We didn't have that problem before, but I think... And we can go ahead and get rid of this, honestly. We don't need that anymore. I'm just wondering, is there a way we can just link it up here quick and just call it the end? So, like, add in a possible location that is connected in already in some way? That might break things, though. I mean, let's take a quick look and let's consider what we can do here. We're really, really, really close. And it feels like the roads are actually fully created. I don't know why it's saying there's no possible location to proceed. Unless it's going through, like, multiple times? Like... Oh, hang on. Hang on a moment. We need to find an error one. Definitely. Here's one. So, yeah. No possible locations to proceed with road. So... This guy, right here, is not connected here. That's the problem. So I'm assuming that he is either here or here, both of them connecting into this intersection. But they're already connected because this one is an intersection. One of these two... We have 3 roads here. Okay, here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. So, we have a road coming from here to here, right? But it comes here, cuts up here, and then it connects through one of these two. Then we have this road here. And technically it's going this way, so it cuts up here, connects through one of these two. Then we have this road here, coming up this way, connecting through here, and then going through here. And then we have this road coming down this direction. So I think what's happening here is we have a merge. And it's not handling that well. So what happens here if we do this, add in a parenthesis here, and say that this needs to be only considered an impossible location if it's already connected and the current hex is not an intersection. I wish I hadn't unpaused. It's the intersection that's saying no possible locations, right? So I think we need to say and biome hex dot buildings, and this needs to be current hex. We need the current index. So that would be current hex here. That would be building index. Dot buildings building index is not equal to building dot intersection dot road intersection generic at this point. And like that. What if it's not? What if this doesn't apply if it's an intersection? But otherwise it does. We'll see if this creates more problems than it solves. But that's my theory. Okay, there we go. Skip the tutorial, and no possible locations to proceed with road. Both of these just end at their intersection. wait. I think I did this wrong. If it... Well, if it's not equal to an intersection... Oh, right. I think this needs to be or? That might break things really badly. We'll find out. I'm just trying to wrap my head around everything that's happening here, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But we're really, really close right now. That looks right. That looks right. No error. No error. No error. No error. No error. Oh, that one did have an error. Okay. Oof. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. We're so close. We are so close. But clearly this isn't doing the trick. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I'm also... Come on. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm also going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Next episode, I really hope we finally get this isolated down. See you all then.